Well, first of all, I just want to thank all of the partners who make the NYCHA Senior Benefits and Entitlement Fair happen for the past 8 years. And the past 4 years that I've been involved, we wouldn't have been able to kind of bring the kind of information to our seniors that we have without the partnership of the Digital Divide as well. And I want to let all of our seniors know that more information that they can pull down off the internet by going online, whether it's in the area of helping them with their own health issues or whether it's their money matters, is exactly what this fair is about. So it's great to see 1,800 seniors here today. This continues to grow, and it's an important part of what we do to empower families and to empower seniors to take control of their own lives.
The next person doesn't need an introduction. It's my honor to introduce the Chairman of New York City Housing Authority, John Rhea, who every day inspires all of us to push it a little harder, do a little bit more, and always keep front and center how important it is to do what we're doing for the residents of the New York City Housing Authority. So I'd like to call up our Chair, John Rhea.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I want to thank Sharon, not just for today, but for the tireless work that she and her team put in. And you know, I've done one thing right, I think, since I've been here at NYCHA as chairman, and that's recruit an incredibly talented and dedicated team. And Sharon is absolutely a reflection of that. And so is Cecil House, who just came up and spoke with you, although he's new. I look forward to him contributing tremendously to the work that we're doing in serving all of you. So let's give Sharon another round of applause for all the work that she does and the entire team at NYCHA. I have 3 things that I want to do today. The first one is I want to tell you how incredibly excited I am to be here with you this morning. Secondly, I want to give some thanks to a few special people that without their continued support and contributions, this entitlement fair would not take place, and many of the resources that we deliver to you would not be as well known. And third, I want to introduce a very special friend of NYCHA, and you're in for a treat this morning in spending some time and hearing from him. So let me start by saying this is the 4th year that I've been involved in the entitlement fair. So the fair has been going on for 8 years, and I've been involved in half of them. And every year, not only do they continue to get better, but I'm blown away by the attendance and the vitality and the participation of all of the seniors here. It gives me a chance to mingle, spend time with all of you, but most importantly to see something that I know so much better today than I realized when I got here, which is NYCHA is not about creating dependency in the lives of families in any way. It's about being a resource to empower families and empower individuals and to empower seniors to continue being in charge of their lives and remaining vibrant in the community. And what this fair does is it gives you those tools, those resources, so you can continue to control your life and the lives of your families in ways that are in the best interest and the security of your own families and your own lives. And whether it's giving you more information about money matters and understanding how to use the new debit cards that are going to come, whether it's giving you access to additional health screening so you can be in charge of your own health care and your regimen to keep yourself healthy and vibrant, or whether it's about spending time and learning how to navigate the internet so that you can get access to important information. This fair plays a huge role in helping all of you do that. And each year we get great feedback from you on what worked, what went well, and what you'd like to see more of. So I just find this fair to be an incredible example of empowerment of you all, and how that empowerment of each of you really drives to empowering our communities and ensuring that NYCHA remains strong as it has been for the past 78 years. So I'm ecstatic to be here with you, and I'm excited about the fact that for 8 years we've continued to get better in serving you. The other thing, though, is that things like this just don't happen. They happen because people care and people have jobs to do, and they take their jobs, not just the fact that they show up every day and do a job and go through the motions, but they take their mission to heart. And the Community Programs and Development Department in NYCHA is very mission oriented. Its job is to ensure that you have resources to make sure that the communities in which you all live and your individual households can ensure that you take advantage of all that New York has to offer. And Sharon and her team do a fantastic job at that. But we also rely on the partnership of resident leaders, and obviously we talked about Ms. Cotton Morris and Mr. Johnson who are here, and all the other resident leaders, but there are thousands of them across public housing, and without that resident leadership, programs like this really wouldn't come together, because they're vocal about representing your interests and your needs. But it's also because of partners like the ones that are here on the dais today, whether it's the Social Security Administration, whether it's DFTA, whether it's the Governor's Office and the Parks Department. Without that, without people who really represent important roles in government, but also in not-for-profits and our philanthropic institutions, again, we wouldn't have fairs like this. So I want to thank all of them, the two Karens, Fred, Sharon, all of them for doing exactly what they do. Let's give it to them. Let's really give it up for them. Because it takes money to put these events on. It takes facilities like this one to actually, give us the venues to make sure that they happen. And it takes people who are vigilant about advocating for your needs behind the closed doors and at the table to make sure that you all are priorities when the decisions are being made. And so we thank them for their partnership. But I need to really give a special thanks to two people. Miss Ann Rocker, right? She's got the right name, Rocker. And as you can see, our seniors, well, first of all, she looked at a picture of me that's inside the brochure and she said, Mr. Chairman, how long ago was this picture taken? Because I guess she's trying to say that I'm aging too. But one thing's for sure, if I can be half as vibrant, even a few years from now that Ms. Rocker is today, she represents all of us well, not just seniors, but New Yorkers as a whole. And I want to just give a special thanks to Ms. Rocker for everything she does. And I also want to thank Reginald Magwood for Riverbank State Park and his team. Again, it takes a lot of logistics to pull stuff like this off. And every year, Mr. Magwood makes sure that this facility is ready to accommodate us and that we take full advantage of the park, not only for the activities that we have set up, but just the park itself to be available for seniors and for the participants to enjoy. So let's give it up for Mr. Magwood as well. Okay, so in 2010, New York was really lucky to have an election that produced an incredible district attorney. And that district attorney is Cy Vance. And Cy Vance is someone who has been committed to New York for pretty much his entire life. He started his career in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office in the 80s, at a time when many of you, particularly you seniors, know that, that those weren't New York's best moments in terms of crime in the city. And D.A. Vance was part of a team that focused on reducing crime and returning our streets to safety and returning our communities back to the residents to ensure that they had the kind of environments that they were confident about raising their families. And Cy has really committed himself over his entire career to reducing crime across our country. And he came back to New York to bring not only all of his skills, but to bring all of his passion and compassion to ensuring that his office is on the forefront of not only reducing crime, but also, Cy likes to say, it's not what you take out of the community. It's not about just getting drugs out of the community. It's not just about getting crime and gangs out of the community. It's also about what we put back into our community. And one of the partners that the Housing Authority has been able to rely on over the past 3 years in an incredible way is the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. And whether it's work that we've been doing in East Harlem or on the Upper West Side or down on the Lower East Side, Manhattan as a whole, public housing as a whole in the borough of Manhattan has really benefited from the partnership with Cy and his team at the DA's office. Some of the programs we're doing with youth and ensuring that seniors have their communities back has just been fundamentally driven by Cy's view that without partnership, without the DA's office working hand in hand with the NYPD, without them working hand in hand with NYCHA's law department and our operational team, we cannot restore the safety in public housing that all of us want to see happen on a daily basis. And so I'm very fortunate to have Cy as a partner. We're all very fortunate to have his leadership here in the city and in the borough of Manhattan. And I know all of you are going to benefit from my hearing what he has to say to us, because so much of what he does in his office is ensuring that our seniors are well protected and the communities they live in are safe. I want to give it up for our District Attorney, Cy Vance.
Thank you, John, very much. very nice introduction. You're a great friend. And good morning, everybody. I'm thrilled to be here. I want to just say, first of all, I've been the district attorney since 2010. I'm the third district attorney elected in Manhattan in the last 75 years. So when I took the job, I took over from some folks who've been there a long time. And it's a big responsibility. And I just want to tell you, I appreciate the opportunity to serve Manhattan. And I want to follow up in that line with what John said. You know, we live in the safest big city in America, and that's no small feat. But people often ask me, well, how did that happen? And the answer is law enforcement didn't do it alone. DA's office didn't do it alone. But working in partnership with the communities, you, your families, your communities, that's how it got done. Because we learned something a long time ago, is that you can't prosecute your way out of crime, you can't lock yourself up, lock people up to get out of crime. It's got to be a partnership and community relationship that makes it happen. So I want to thank John, all of the partners here, all of the providers, and we should thank ourselves. Take a moment to pat yourselves on the back for helping make this city so safe.